Welcome to day 23 of the 25 most notable American whiskeys of 2020. My name is Chad.
My name is Sarah.
There you go. What's your name? Nice to meet you.
Don't put it in the comments. Wait and put something better in the comments. We'll see your name then.
Getting real low here, Sarah.
It's your turn, Chad.
I know, that's why my hand is
I see that.
in here.
Well, get on in there then. Whew.
Okay. Today, we will be revisiting Stagg Jr Batch 14.
Yum, yum, yum. I can't wait.
Stagg Jr Batch 14.
Oh, I love Stagg Jr.
Now we had a real hard time finding this.
We did.
And when we didn't have a bottle, some of our
I cried.
amazing people reached out and said, "Hey, I have some. I want to get you some samples of it." So we have
Bless
to
them.
give a shout out to Dustin Poor and Sean Perkins. And Perkins. From Parks and Rec. He's not from Parks and Rec.
No.
And Perkins is from
Well, he could be.
Parks
I
and
don't
Rec. But thank you to both of you for sending us samples. We at a time did need those and we enjoyed them. But then, as happened with the Parker's Heritage, we got the bottle after filming.
Well,
luckily we were able to get a bottle.
Yeah.
Just before filming, and
we've been tasting it. But without the samples, we wouldn't have known at the time that it was going to go in to the best of.
Right.
So with your help, it's here.
There
Look
you
at
go.
all the holiday cheer to you. And you.
And you.
So, two cool things about Stagg Jr. First cool thing, last year it came in above the George T. Stagg release of last year. No?
No, I'm saying like.
Oh, he can't believe it. I'm like, am I wrong? We've done this for a few
No,
years,
you
so
are-
sometimes
you
I
are-
get mixed up.
You're correct.
So that was wild because this one is easier to find. Not easy to find, but easier.
Mm-hmm.
And about $55-$60 retail.
Should be.
Again, retail should be. Don't know
Right.
what you're looking at. Versus the Stagg Jr, which comes in closer. Versus the George T. Stagg, which comes in, closer to $100. Again, retail. Again, if you can find it. Asterisk, double asterisk, see rules and regulations. The other cool thing about this bottle, Chad, is that this was one of the first, not this batch, but this was one of the first special bottles I bought for myself when I was getting into bourbon, when I was drinking things that were more in the 90 to 100 proof range. And I opened this one for a very special New Year's Eve, and I've told the story before. Woo, I was not ready after a night of champagne and drinking other bourbons. Opening this one at 12:45 in the morning, I was down by 1:15 on the couch at my own party. So
Yeah.
I have fond memories, and I love that I still love it all these years later. I mean,
Yeah.
that was 2014. Not a long
This
time.
being 2020, they just, as of a few days ago, Buffalo Trace that is, released information that batch 15 is coming out. Normally it's 2 batches a year. There's no way we're going to see batch 15. It took us this long to find batch 14 in 2020. So we're pretty much counting 2020 as one release of Stagg Jr this year. Normally we pick our favorite between the two.
It's a weird year for Stagg Jr., weird year for Bookers.
Yeah, just a weird year.
Just a weird year.
In general.
We don't have to tell you guys that.
130.2 proof is the proof on this.
It is so nice.
Just spice and grape.
Spice and nice and grape. There is a grape note, and I saw somebody commented the other day that was like, I think what you perceive as grape, I perceive as cherry and apple.
Cherry and apple.
But it is a distinct fruit note. I still get grape. Maybe it's plum.
I could see that being cherry
I'll
and
tell
apple.
you what, don't get too far in there.
No. Please keep your mouth open at all
get ya.
times and hands inside the vehicle. Oh, we're drinking.
Oh, I've been drinking. Oh, it is beautiful, luscious, caramel, chocolate, grape.
Woo!
There is a place in Lexington, and if you're ever here, I highly recommend you stop. Not the best place for chocolates in general. I think Ruth Hunt's Candies is a good one. Danny's Candies. Old Kentucky Chocolates does chocolate-covered grapes. They also do chocolate-covered potato chips, which I highly recommend, and they have bourbon truffles and things like that. But the chocolate-covered grapes are something I never thought I would like until you try them. It's so fun, and it almost reminds me of this.
There you go. Okay, I like that.
Oh, now I kind of want to pair Stagg Jr with chocolate-covered grapes. Christmas tree.
I need to get you that book because you need to start writing those things down and then doing them. Because
what's the book?
They get said a few videos ago. You said you need to write these things down.
Oh, I do. I forget.
And then do them. So
a to-do book.
A to-do book.
Thanks, Chad. Great Christmas gift idea.
Well, it's only a couple days away. No, I get one. It's this particular batch. I feel like is a little bit drier than usual, and the well, now I've kind of lost it. I need to go in for another one.
At the very end, I can see a tiny bit of dryness, but I think the first 3/4 of the experience of this one is very silky and oily.
I know what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I feel like the grapey note or sherry and
Apple
on the nose is coming across on the palate as almost like wine. Now this is not finished at all, but we've been having a lot more finished whiskeys here lately as we've been trying things through 2020, our best of 2020. I kind of feel like it's not at the level where I could say, I wonder if this is wine finish, but I'm like, that grape-ish note is sort of like grapes, wine, right? Connection. Sort of a little winey or wino note in here.
It's just like rich and dark and luscious and amazing.
Very dark.
I mean, I wish that you could still find this on the shelf like I did in 2014. Because this is truly, if you can find it at retail, I think I might say, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, it's the best value out there for a barrel proof. And I know people are going to be like, but rare breed.
But Elijah Craig barrel proof, Sarah.
True. Okay. I hear you. And it is also great. However, the fact that this beat out the George T. Stagg, which is supposed to be its bigger brother, last year, which is, Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, one of the most highly sought after things.
It's royalty.
It's basically bourbon royalty.
Yeah.
The fact that this guy, at, $55-$60 a bottle, beat that out for us last year, and I think is gonna give it a hell of a run for its money this year, says something. It does.
I've been thinking about that, and Stagg Jr. and George T. Stagg are a unique category. They're almost like their own category. And because, we said it before a million times, a stag will buck.
Bucks.
Right?
I'm getting it right now.
It's a hard-hitting, no apologies type of barrel proof, right?
Don't apologize.
And I've kind of been thinking, and it depends on the release of George T. Stagg, but the way that it's engineered, let's just say that.
Okay.
It's engineered to be a rough and tumble, outdoorsy, buck you type of whiskey.
Is this what it says on its Tinder profile?
Yeah, and it's got...
Would swipe right.
And it's got shirtless pictures and a picture of it fishing.
Is that the way you swipe? It's been so long. I don't
yeah,
even
it's
remember.
right. It's right.
I don't remember.
Because right is right and left is wrong.
Well, once upon a time I swiped right on you, so...
Oh...
We knew each other before that.
We did. So what I'm getting at is it's supposed to be a tough bourbon. And when you elevate it with George T. Stagg and try to make it more nuanced, does that actually kind of conflict with its DNA?
Ooh.
Whereas Stagg Jr. has even less apologies and even gives less of a... That it's like when you compare them blind, you could be like, okay, this one's got some rough edges, but man, I like those rough edges. And this one's trying to be, tough, but it's maybe a little bit softer because of it.
I don't know, but the way you're describing this Stagg Jr. is making me feel some things about it. Which I think,
Would you like to be alone with
it's always been there, but he just explained it so well. I do.
He took off his glasses and took his hair out of a ponytail.
And oh my God, now he's gorgeous.
You've always been the one. You've been there right in front of me.
Right? Oh, you can't transform her. She has glasses and paint on her clothes.
Paint on her overalls.
She wears overalls. Oy. 90s, what was it? Early 2000s movies. She can't be prom queen. She wears glasses.
Let's find you a prom queen, mister. Let's find you a prom queen.
Oh, but remember when Freddie Prinze Jr. was like the thing?
No.
Oh, he was never my type. He didn't have a beard. He wasn't this Stagg Jr.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. He has a beard when he does a voice in Rebels. Star Wars fans, holla
You know
at
what
me.
I would like to
Kane
do?
and Jarrus.
I would like to equate celebrities to their matching bourbon or whiskey. That would be fun.
Sounds like a blog to me,
I think
Sarah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. would be like larceny or something like that.
Okay, I could buy that.
Yeah.
You know where you can find our blogs?
Where?
WhiskyAmbitions.com. It's the home of our blogs, which right now are all written by Sarah, but
They're
other
all-
people are going to start writing them, including me.
They're all food related
They're all
right
food
now.
related. But
Sorry.
you can also get
There will be drinks and other things.
there will be drinks. Our Glencairns, our water glasses, our rocks glasses, our t-shirts, our hoodies, our sweatshirts, and more always coming soon. WhiskyAmbitions.com.
Woo, it got me. You can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight, and you can be part of our community and conversation, and we'll ask for your opinion on lots of stuff, and you'll get exclusives, and it's fun. You should do it.
Yeah. So, do you buy what are you picking up what I was putting down?
Chad, I think I want to, well, we're already married, so I can't have two husbands, but if I could choose a bourbon husband.
You're going to go with the junior over the senior.
You know, he's got some great ideas, and I'm interested in his work ethic.
To further expand upon...
He's very passionate.
Sure. He's artistic. To expand upon that, like you look at William LaRue Weller, I feel like it excels in being an elevated, nuanced
Right,
bourbon.
Sure.
But the George C. Stagg, I feel like gets a little conflicted.
I hear what you're saying. You know,
Okay.
when you climb the Weller ladder, I think there's a questionable, like, which rung does the 107
Above the 12.
antique and then
Nowadays.
now, in our opinion, but not everyone feels that way. Or is it the 12? I don't know. But when you get, I think everyone can agree that William LaRue Weller is at the top.
Yes, no question.
I flip-flop on this one. You
Yeah.
know, the first year I had George T. Stagg, I was like, this is it.
That's a really good point. There's never a question, is it the Weller single barrel? Is it the Weller Craft Your Perfect Bourbon? No.
It's William LaRue Weller.
Is it, foolproof? Good,
all
but
good.
no, it's the WLW. But with this guy,
If you-
sometimes it is this guy.
I'm just saying, if you can't get a George T. Stagg, I wouldn't even call this a consolation prize. Like, in my opinion, it's just as good, if not better sometimes. Somebody is going to hate that in the comments, and I don't care.
But our question to you is
Is it works.
have you ever done them blind? And it can't just be those two. I feel like it needs to be those two surrounded by another two or something.
Right.
Have you ever done them blind? Because before, a couple years ago of us doing them blind, we would have said
We would have said George T. Stagg all the way.
George T. Stagg
Every
all
day.
day, every day, and twice on Sundays.
But now I would say you twice on Sundays.
Wow.
Wow. Anyways, I think that pretty much sums it up. Is that, you know,
That's why it's on the
when
list.
we do it blind, this one is equal, if not sometimes better.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Yeah.
Different but equal. And we like it. We like it a lot. And
it a lot.
so that is why it's here. It is delicious and amazing. And you should try to find some. And I hope that you can.
And thank you again to Dustin and Sean for sharing their stag with us. We really do appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. It was, well, we're doing some work on this one already.
Yeah, we are.
Especially considering it's, again, 130.2 proof. Any work on this one is doing work here. So. Well, I think we should go eat something, Chad.
Okay.
I think I need some food.
Yes, that's where we'll leave it. So if you haven't subscribed to us already, we would love to have you. You can click right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. And until tomorrow, for 2 more days, drink more bourbon.